What's up, YouTube? We're back with another episode of What the Hell Am I Doing? This week, we're back with another episode of Champ's Corner, and we're going to do some spicy sports picks, sports betting, or sports picks, I guess, whatever. Because there's another UFC today that's interesting to me, and I think the main event should be fun. But first, we're going to talk about the last episode, which was a couple weeks ago. I made a couple of bets in that episode on the Conor McGregor fight and the Michael Chandler fight. And unfortunately for you guys, I was correct on both of my picks. Chandler defeated Dan Hooker, and Dan Poirier. Dan Poirier? Dustin Poirier. Jeez. Sorry, I'm getting the names mixed up. Dustin Poirier defeated Conor McGregor shockingly by knockout in the second round. And, I said he was going to win. The way I said he would win was a little different. It happened a lot quicker. He employed a game plan that once again exposed Conor McGregor and made him quit, which were leg kicks. And you can see what happens when the going gets tough against Conor McGregor. There's a pattern. Everybody he fights and has won against, he's able to bully, manipulate, and find a way to win. But when it doesn't work, and they take what he gives them, and then they come back at him, the man crumbles and quits. And that was another example of it there, where he just had, no idea what to do with calf kicks, which have become a thing in the last few years. And it seems like the sport has all of a sudden gone past Conor McGregor, which is crazy. So that's what happens when you sit out and do nothing for most part of 4 years. I don't know if he can recover from this. He's wasted most of his prime, and he might be done with his prime. I guess we'll see how he bounces back. But Dustin proved me right in picking him, and so did Michael Chandler, who looked amazing in his debut, a lot better than I expected. So there you have it. I was correct last week. And for that, if you haven't subscribed, you should subscribe and hit that thumbs up and comment. Tell me what you thought of the fight last week and what your reaction was to the way the main event ended. That's why there was no episode last week, because there was no reason for me to punish myself. I won. So the inevitable has been delayed. So we're going to try to punish me again. And today, there's a UFC Fight Night from Vegas, and the main event will be between Alistair Overeem. I'm doing bad with names today. And Alexander Volkov. And this is an interesting fight. Overeem's been around for a long time. I've accused him of having a weak chin for a long time. I don't think he's championship material. He's never proven to get that far and actually take it in the UFC. He's had multiple opportunities. You can't knock the guy for that. He keeps coming back. He keeps reinventing himself, and he keeps finding a way to become relevant again when you think he's done. And, I've questioned his chin since like 2006. So that shows you how long he's managed to hang on. So you got to give the guy credit. In recent years, he's found ways to be efficient and to find ways to decision guys and point fight, which I don't enjoy. It's not really good. And especially for a monster like him that was once known for being fierce. And he is a fierce knockout artist with kicking powers because of his kickboxing abilities, kicking powers. So this is what happens when you do things on the fly and don't redo takes. But that's the beauty of doing videos like this. That's what I want. I want to be real with you guys. So yeah, as I was saying, he has great kickboxing abilities, and he's well known for his K1 abilities, obviously, from back in the day. Alistair's a dangerous guy, so he can always knock you out and finish anybody. And a lot of the time I've picked against him, he's done that and proven me wrong. But there's also been a lot of times where I've picked guys that I just knew they were going to destroy him. And they did. Tonight's a tough one because both guys, Volkov and Overeem, are like gatekeepers, I think, for the UFC. So this is like a gatekeeper battle, I guess, to see who's going to remain the ultimate gatekeeper. Because I don't think either one's championship material anymore. They could maybe have a crack at it, but I don't think either could beat Stipe. And for the most part, I don't think they can beat John Jones, who's going to be heavyweight soon. So this is like the gatekeeper battle. I think whoever loses this fight could be out. Volkov, I think, put on some weight, if I remember reading correctly. So that's going to be interesting because, we're going to see how he reacts to having a little more muscle on his body. And it's going to be interesting to see if Overeem can wrestle him to the ground. And if he can get him to the ground, he might be able to brutalize him with some serious ground and pound. That's something that Overeem would have a big advantage on in this fight. So if that were to happen, I think Volkov would be in trouble. I'm not sure that's going to. I think on the feet it's a more even fight. I think Overeem's still more dangerous and a little more lethal. His abilities are a little higher on the scale. But I think Volkov can fight back. And that has been an Achilles heel for Overeem in the past. Guys that can fight back can stun him, hurt him, and put him away. Especially if he doesn't respect them, which he's done in the past. Totally not respected guys and got put away. And if you haven't seen them, go look at some of those fights. He's had multiple. So I know the odds are slightly in Volkov's favor, and I agree with the odds. I see a lot of the pros picking Overeem, though. It's a tough fight, man. If Overeem lands something, it can be over. A leg kick to the body could end this fight. But I think Volkov's smart. I think he can hit him and hurt him and wear him out. So, I'm expecting this fight to go longer than short. And I'm going to go on a limb and bet a piece of the chili chocolate nightmare. Chili cherry nightmare, whatever the hell it's called. I'm going to bet a piece of that chocolate bar on this fight tonight. And I'm going to bet it on Alexander Volkov edging it out over Overeem. I don't think this fight will end in a knockout. I could be wrong. But I think this fight is more probable to go 3+ rounds with possibly a decision. And if I'm wrong, and Overeem wins in any way, then next week we will see a punishment where I eat that damn hot chocolate, and we'll see what happens, from one piece. And obviously I'll save the rest for when there's more interesting fights, which are coming up. So, maybe one of the next UFCs I'll do 2 fights. We'll see. But yeah, that's my pick for tonight. I'm picking Volkov to win. Tell me who you think's going to win in the comments. Make sure you watch the fights. And tune in next week to see how I do. All right? So subscribe. Check out last week's video, 2 weeks ago video where I picked fights that I won on. And check out this random video here. And make sure you tune in next week if there is a punishment video to see me eat that chocolate chili nightmare, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, we'll see how it goes tonight. Thanks for watching.